Welcome into A Toast of Film. I'm one of your hosts, Ebo, and guys, it is the end of the year. That's right, 2026 is tomorrow at time of this recording. And so you know what that means. I got to give y'all my final 6 reviews until 2026. That's right, I went to the theater 6 times this past week. And so I'll be reviewing Marty Supreme, Avatar Fire and Ash, Song Sung Blue, Anaconda, Housemaid, and Hamnet. So stay tuned for that. And guys, 2026, just like every year, it has its ups, it has its downs. Toast it with some champagne because we're all in this together. We all got this. But also, we got our best of worst of list coming out. So stay tuned for that. Me and Trey, our favorite pod of the entire year. Hope y'all enjoy. And tonight, got my popcorn bucket ready. End of Stranger Things, going over to Trey and Spencer's, watch that. And, I'm just ready. So let's go ahead and get into these reviews. The Bulldogs are playing tomorrow night. Let's go, Dogs. Excited about that. But I'm kind of working, much like when the balls drop in, we're counting down from 2025 to 2026. I'm counting down these 6 films from what I don't think you should see to what you should see. So it'll kind of work its way up. So first up, we got Marty Supreme. So this is from Josh Shafty, who's brought us Uncut Gems. We got Timothy Chalamet as Marty, and Marty is just a jerk. He is just a dirtbag, terrible person, very worthless, but he can play some mean ping pong, apparently. And, this movie is just a dirtbag doing dirtbag things, dirtbags doing dirtbag things, just bad people. A very weird opening involving, some, let's just say some lovemaking. But we also have Gwyneth Paltrow as Kay. We have Odessa A'zion as Rachel. And Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary plays one of the villains, Milton. If you can call anyone in this movie a villain, because everyone is bad. This movie, all these films, they're all pretty much over 2 hours, and this one is just bad people doing bad things. Marty on this path to become the greatest ping pong player out there because he thinks life enriches. And then we get to this ending where we're supposed to feel some redeeming value, but the problem is with this film, we never get a reason why he should have redeeming value, because Marty is just a bad person doing bad things. So, I don't know. Marty Supreme, it's not an Ebo film. My buddies Ed and Corey were talking about not an Eddie film. I do think it's well made. I do think there's some good acting involved. I just don't care. It's just bad people doing bad things. And like I said, the ending really ticked me off because I just am like, why are we supposed to feel like he gets any redemption after the terrible person he was? So, Marty Supreme, I'm going to give a 2.9 out of 5 cheers. It just misses the mark for me. Next up, we got Song Sung Blue. So this is based on the documentary from Craig Coase of the same name. And it's basically about this couple, Mike and Claire, played in this by Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson. And Mike and Claire are a Neil Diamond tribute band going by Lightning and Thunder. This is based on a real story, real people. I don't know what to say on this because, it's fine. I don't know if this is a theatrical release. This feels more like it should be on, Apple or maybe Prime. It feels like more of a straight-to-streaming release. It's from Craig Brewer, who did Black Snake Moan. And, the acting's fine. The story's fine. It's just one of these things where these people who are trying to... They can sing, they're good singers, and they're trying to do this thing, trying to get some notoriety. Some really, really bad things happen in the movie. I want to give a shout out Ella Anderson, who plays Kate Hudson's daughter, Rachel in the movie. She was very good in this. So be on the lookout for Ella Anderson. But Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson, good actors. They do a fine job. I think this movie's cute, but it's nothing to really write home about for me. But I think you watch this with your family. You watch this if you're like me and Trey, have older parents, watch it with them. I think they'll get some enjoyment. So Song Sung Blue, I'm going to give a 3.1 out of 5 cheers. I had a good time. It's cute, but don't know if it's exactly a theatrical release. All right, let's get to the controversy. Avatar Fire and Ash. So everyone, if you dislike it a little bit, you hate it. If you like it a little bit, you're stupid. Like, we're not getting into all of that. We're here just to talk about a movie. A movie that, if nothing else, you need to see on the big screen. Because one thing about James Cameron, director of The Abyss, he can do visuals. He can make you immersed in the world of Pandora. So we have a lot of returning cast, some notables. Sam Worthington back as Jake, Zoe Saldana back as Neytiri, Sigourney Weaver as their daughter Kiri, Britton Dalton as Loak. We also have the villainous Stephen Lang as Quaritch, and we're introduced to a new villain who is the highlight of this film. That's Una Chaplin as Varang. She's the leader of the Fire Nation. And she is exceptional in this. Everything she does in this movie is exceptional. The problem with this movie, and Trey said it best, and I can't get this out of my head, is Trey said this is Avatar Way of Water 2, but with additional scenes. It's Avatar 2.5, like when they did Lion King 1.5. And that's very much what it feels like. This feels like we're just watching an extended cut of Way of Water without it being as good as Way of Water. You know, it has the same set pieces, basically the same things happen. We get old Spider. No one cares about Spider. Let's be honest. No one cares about old Spider. But he's whatever. This movie, it's worth seeing in theaters because it's Avatar. This is a theater film. But you sit there for this over 3-hour film and you get out and you're like, that was fine. And sometimes it's okay if films are just fine. And that's what this is. You know, I think they do some interesting things with Stephen Lang. Like I said, Una Chaplin, phenomenal. I wish our boy Britton London as Loak would have got a little more time because he has some very well done scenes in this. But it's Avatar. This is a movie you go to theaters for. And I think this one, while it's not as good as Way of Water, I think it is a fine film. And I would give it a 3.4 out of 5. You know, I enjoyed it, but it's one of those things where it's not going to make any of my best of lists. All right, next up, we got Anaconda, a reboot of the 1997 film from Tom Gormican, who did That Awkward Moment movie I actually like. And I mean, we got tons of folks in here. We got Jack Black as Doug. We got Paul Rudd as Ron. We got Steve Zahn, Saving Silverman's Own. Steve Zahn as Kenny. We got Thaddeus Newton as Claire. Daniela Malacquer as Anna. You might know her from the Suicide Squad, Ratcatcher #2. And Selton Melio as Santiago. Let me tell you, here's why you need to watch the movie is Selton Melio as Santiago. That dude is hilarious. When he gets on this skateboard and he's like slithering like a snake, hilarious. This movie is stupid. That's the first and foremost thing you need to know. This movie is dumb. However, I went on Christmas Day. I took my mom. She was laughing, having a great time. Theater was having a good time. It's dumb, but it's fun dumb. It's not take itself too seriously. It's just a goofy good time. And, you know, there's some surprises you might want to watch the movie for. There's a mid-credit scene you definitely want to see. So Anaconda, I'm going to give a 3.5, 3.6 out of 5. I had a good time with it. What can I say? It's stupid, it's fun, but hey, that's what it's supposed to be. It's a reboot of Anaconda. Let's not take it like we're remaking Schindler's List. All right, next up, The Housemaid. This is from the 2022 book by Frida McFadden. Spencer and Peyton were with us when we went and saw this. We went with the whole squad, Jeffrey Choo Choo, me, Trey, them. And apparently this is a whole series. I'd never heard of it. Y'all know I don't do books. But it's from Paul Feig, who did Bridesmaids. We got Sydney Sweeney as Millie, Amanda Seyfried as Nina, and Nina's husband is Andrew, is played by Brandon Sklenar, our boy from Drop. I'll tell you this: don't go on a date with Brandon Sklenar. I don't know. I'm just saying, 2 movies I've seen, bad things happen in both movies. So just saying. So this movie, I'm not going to get too into because there is a lot of twists and turns in this movie, which I thoroughly enjoyed. There's some comedy, some intentional, some unintentional, and I think it's good. Sydney Sweeney, I thought, did a lot. Amanda Seyfried really brought a lot to this role. Brandon Sklenar did fine in his role. Good to see, him do those things. The Housemaid, it's just a fun little, kind of silly, but I mean, it's Paul Feig. It's to be expected. He's the silly man. It's kind of a fun, silly, like, this is not, Basic Instinct. This is not anything like that. This is just a silly, fun drama. You'll have some twists. You'll have a good time. The Housemaid, I'm going to give a 3.8 out of 5 cheers. I had a good time with it. Our theater had a good time with it. But last up, the last review of 2025. I had a day off yesterday, and I drove up to the Terra Theater in Atlanta to see Hamnet. This is on the 2020 book by Maggie O'Farrell, and this is how Shakespeare wrote Hamlet, which is considered, one of his all-time plays. It's from Chloe Zhao, who directed Eternals. We have Jessie Buckley as Agnes and Paul Mescal as William Shakespeare himself. This movie, the thing about Chloe Zhao has a way of shooting things. Everything is going to look incredible. She spares no expense on her director of photography. And the acting in this is insane. I'll tell you this, Paul Mescal, he does a good job in the first 2 acts, but in that last act, he really comes alive. But Jessie Buckley, the thing she does in this movie, there's a scene where she has a scream, and this scream was so haunting, so unnatural, not just in her face, but in the sound. It's almost like they played the scream over. And I don't know, maybe they did some kind of trick, but it was terrible. And then the kids in this, so we have Jacob Jupe as Hamnet, aka Hamlet. We have Olivia Lenz as Judith, and we have Bodhi Ray Berson as Susanna. These kids are incredible. Especially old Jacoby as a Hamnet. Like, that little kid does so much in this movie, and his death scene is so well done. It's just it's something. This movie, it's beautiful, but at the same time it's tragic, which is what it should be for Hamnet. And I think everyone in this did an exceptional job. I think Chloe Zhao did an exceptional job. This will be one I feel they're going to be talking about at Oscar time. So Hamnet, I'm going to give a 4.2 out of 5. I have some minor flaws with it that did drop me down. I don't know about the replay value because this is a very heavy film, but I do think this is a very great film that you do need to check out. So there you go, guys. 6 reviews to get us to 2026. It's here whether we like it or not. Stranger Things, the end is nigh, just like it is for 2025. We appreciate all of y'all, whether you watch, whether you listen, whatever you do, we appreciate you. And if you want to let us know what you think about these movies, or, what are you excited about for Stranger Things or 2026? A lot of movies. Stay tuned. Like I said, our new end of the year review will be out. Me and Trey giving you the best of, worst of that we stand by for 2025. But if you want to let us know, there's so many ways. Let us know on Instagram and TikTok, A Toast Film, all one word. Let us know on Twitter at film_toast, or let us know on YouTube. You can see the movie wall. I promise in 2026, I will give y'all the movie room experience. But please make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to comment. I love reading comments. Really makes my day that you go out of your way. And from Trey and myself, we just wish you a good night, good viewing, and Happy New Year. And just know you're loved.